Grace, could you open this for me?
French, but you know, come on. Yeah, you're welcome. Do you have a degree? Might be able to see the keys, huh? And he goes, well, yeah, and then this is the one that got him.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, that's okay. I didn't realize I was gonna be so barely on time.
He didn't know that he had a life. You didn't do anything. Your sign was crooked, and I can't stand how it looks on a live stream.
Ready? We'll now call this meeting to order. If we could have roll call, please.
Commissioner Hoffman.
Present.
Commissioner Asper.
Present.
Commissioner Heinzerling. Excused. Commissioner Lamore.
Present.
Commissioner Wenzel.
Present.
Commissioner Swartout.
Present.
Commissioner Moore.
Present.
Commissioner Levens.
Present.
Quorum present.
You now rise for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Asper. Now have our opening prayer.
Glorious God, you promised to open doors of blessings and abundance for your people. We ask that you would work mightily in us today. Come upon us and cause us to have a productive meeting. Lead each of us so that we can make fruitful contributions at this time. Enable us to think and to strategize in ways that will achieve great results. Purify our thoughts and motives so that each of us will enter this meeting desiring the good of others and the pleasure of your name. Amen.
Amen.
You now get a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Swartout, supported by Lamore. Are there any questions on the agenda? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we'll move into approval of the minutes. If I could get a motion, please.
I'll make that motion with the waive of the reading.
I'll second that.
Moved by Lamore, supported by Huffman. Are there questions, additions, corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Asper.
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore.
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel.
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout.
Yes.
Commissioner Moore.
Yes.
Commissioner Levens.
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We'll now enter into our first segment of public comment. If there are citizens that wish to address the board, if you'd please come forward. Yes.
Good evening. Few topics. I hope I can squeeze it into 3 minutes. I brought the copies of this. I'll give you these later in regards to Detroit Edison reneging on the property taxes. They reneged on the property taxes in 17 on the coal burner and 18 on the nuclear plant. Since then, they've gotten a 20-year extension on the operating license for the Fermi plant. As far as I'm concerned, somebody should be looking at raising their taxes. Not only that, Detroit Edison is storing high-level radioactive waste on the shore of Lake Erie, and as far as I'm concerned, their taxes should go up because of that. So that's something we can look at down the road. There was recently the issue of transparency has come up. Well, in the paper, there used to be a good size postings of when there were government meetings. Now they're put right next to where the garage sales are. So this go a long way towards transparency, is putting an article here telling everybody in the county, the city, when these meetings are taking place. And I would like to get some information from the city attorney after I sit down. Maybe he can fill me in. What has to be done to eliminate the county commissioner's jobs, elect a county administrator? That would be less people Detroit Edison's got to spend money lobbying on, and it would cut the budget for the county. So that's basically what I've got. But Detroit Edison reneged on their taxes. I'd like to also find out what is the status of the tax situation with Detroit Edison at this point in time. They reneged on a bunch of money at that time. Where does it stand today? I need some information, and thank you very much for listening to me.
Sir, can we get your name for the record?
Mark Ferris, 419 East 2nd, right here in town. Thank you.
Dwayne Dobbs, District 2. Just a quick question. Have you guys looked into, or has anybody checked into how privileged information was disclosed from the previous closed session? Last I heard, nobody had said anything. I don't know how many people are involved in it. I mean, it's got to be U8, maybe legal, maybe CFO. What's that, 10 people? Is the public going to know how that information was released from a closed session? As far as I know, at least it's an ethical violation. From what I've been reading, it also could be criminal. Or is it just going to get swept under the rug and nobody's going to say anything about it?
Good evening, and Commissioners, thank you for this opportunity. I have with me today two of my colleagues, our VP for Student Success, Scott Behrens, and our VP for Finance and Administration, Frank Thomas. And I just want to make a few comments about the college, our college, Monroe County Community College. As fellow taxing districts, we have long partnered with the county government to improve the lives of Monroe County residents. Examples include the current Loop Trail that passes through our campus. There's a lot of work going on there, and the work with DTE tax assessment. We support each other. We have enjoyed the support of commissioners in the past and present. Monroe County Community College is like any other community college in the state. Our rules and policies are no different, and I'm not going to talk about those here, but they are no different from any other institution. But here's how we are different, and I'm going to give you a litany of information here. We are ranked in the top 9% of all community colleges in the nation. Our annual economic impact on the region is $363 million a year. Our overall enrollment this semester is up 7% so far, year over year. Our total credit hours is up 9.3%. A lot of kids are coming our way. A lot of students are coming our way, including adults. Our first time at any college students is up 17%. Continuing students is up 6%, and we're up 24% for transfer in students who are coming from other institutions. An oasis of hope in this community. Overall, our persistence is up 3.5%. 75% of county residents either attended Monroe County Community College or have family who attended MCCC, and I'm sure it's many of you in here. Raise your hand if you attended MCCC or have family who attended. Commissioners? Yes. We are the #1 school of choice for local high school graduates. We just started 10 new programs, including radiography, and paralegal. Our nursing program has been consistently ranked #1 in the state. Our respiratory therapy program is ranked #1 in the state. Our poorer students, those on Pell, those with all those barriers, their completion rates are up 11% over the last 3 years. Our non-Pell students, their completion rates are up 9% between 2022 and 2025. Our associate degree completion rates exceed that of the nation and the state for one reason and one reason only. because of MCCC. Graduates in Monroe County who earn an associate degree from MCCC earn $11,000 a year more than a high school graduate. Over 500 kids ages 5 to 17 were in our summer programs just this summer. Our workforce development training and apprenticeships and partnerships continue to increase. Every business, every single business, nonprofit in the county is positively impacted by MCCC. That includes the YMCA, ISD, MCOP, Monroe Public Schools, United Way, and the list would go on and on. It would never end if I kept going. And we offer over $500,000 in foundation scholarships. Those are just some of the facts. Just the facts. Folks, we have one of the best colleges in the nation right in our backyard. Please, let's continue to support it as we have for the last 61 years. We are that oasis of hope here in this community. The millage, upcoming in November, is not a new tax, it's a renewal. And it is essential to our continued excellence as an institution representing Monroe County, our county. Thank you. These are my bodyguards here. That's all I have. Thank you for the opportunity.
Are there any other citizens who wish to address the board? Yeah.
Hello, Bill Lavoie, 225 Maywood, Monroe, Michigan, 48162. Almost a year ago, or very close to it, we had the resignation of Mark Brandt, and the documents were shared publicly, I think a little bit before that, of the administrator who had used county stationery and his county phone number to write a recommendation for sentencing in support of Mr. Brandt in June, well before the election, and apparently failed to notify anybody here that Mark Brandt could be serving a prison sentence. So I just wanted to bring that up on a day that you're actually talking about, or may talk about, the rating system. It's beyond me how any county commissioner could give a 7 out of 7 for communications skills, although 3 of you did. And to me, that's just amazing for somebody who failed to communicate that to the board, or if he did, who did he communicate it to, those kind of questions, but I'll stay away from that. Looking at the scores, I think it's interesting because on the actual pieces, and I don't know if you're going to look at this later and talk about it or not, but I would say some of these are 50% or less for rankings, which would be a failing grade in any educational institution or for anything else as far as an evaluation or anything else. And that's the board as a whole, so I understand that and I understand how it works. So I just wanted to bring that up. Thank you.
Any other citizens who wish to address the board? Seeing none, we'll move into resolution, special tributes, and presentation. A presentation of the Monroe County Veterans Affairs Services update by Ms. Rachel Blanks and Mr. Alvin Bond, Veteran Affairs Coordinators. If I could get a motion before the presentation. I appreciate it. Moved by Huffman, supported by Lamore. Now, if we could have the presentation.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name's Al Bond, Coordinator for Monroe County Veterans Affairs, ran by myself under the direction of Jason Berry, my coworker Rachel Blanks, the other certified veteran service officer in my office. Let me see, introduction. We provide veteran services and coordinate local community veterans services for the roughly 8,600 veterans that currently live in Monroe County, providing them navigation through the VA, complicated healthcare benefits, the whole VA system itself. So this is a veteran population from 2015 to current. Making sure I'm looking at the right slides and what I'm looking at down here. So approximately in 2015, you can see the decrease of the veteran population has gone down significantly. With that noted, right now currently in the United States, Monroe County is, stand by here. We got my slides are backwards here. So Michigan's currently 11th in the nation for veteran population. I can't see that slide up there, but I know Monroe County is 11th out of 83 counties in the state of Michigan. So that's pretty high for our veteran population in the state. This is the slide that we're getting to now. With the veteran population decreasing, the veteran compensation has increased double-fold since 2015. We're looking at 2015 veteran compensation was roughly $55 million to Monroe County. Fast forward to 2024, we're looking at over $110 million coming into Monroe County through our office and the services we provide. That's double, considering the decrease of population of veterans. It's providing more services. On average, last year, we took in about 1,058 walk-in appointments, or in-person appointments, 480 walk-ins, roughly 1,800 phone calls, and approximately 1,100 emails. That's a lot of contact with veterans, spouses, family members in Monroe County that we serve. I don't know if the economic impact, I already discussed that, of the local VA impact, the compensation impact into the county. Okay, we covered the population stats. So on the pie chart there, most of our veterans are Army, a huge percentage of Army, Navy, followed by the Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Reservists, and National Guard. Our Veterans Affairs Committee consists of Ed Straub, Larry Cimbola, Linda Lefchep, James Walker, and Richard Gagne. Their mission is to approve, deny emergency aid requests, whichever year this office is granted a fund of, I believe it's $32,500, a beginning balance that we have to dole out throughout the year for veterans or widows of veterans in need. Last year, in 2024, we awarded $28,574.93. Funding was provided by a countywide millage voted on the County Board of Commissioners. And we also offer a county burial allowance of $300 to any veteran that goes towards burial expenses, funeral expenses with proper documentation, and $50 towards the placement of a marker or headstone. The VAC provides supporting documents, or gets supporting documents and votes on each application, approved or denied.
Who sets that burial amount, that $300 threshold?
Right now, it's been a standing amount for, I would say, 8 years off the top of my head. And last time I believe it was presented to you, the commissioners, for an increase.
because that would be something worthy of reviewing, because, you know, the prices of things haven't been going down, of course, in our veterans to serve. I mean, that's a small token amount considering their service and what things cost now, and we have the millage for that purpose. I'd like to see that appropriately revisited at the right time.
Correctly.
If there's something that we can do better.
Oh, absolutely. We'd love that. It would. I'm sure the veterans and the families of deserve that here in Monroe County. That concludes the Veterans Affairs Committee. Is there any other questions for my office?
I have one question.
Yes,
please.
sir.
How long of a term do you have with these fellows from the different branches of the service before they get replaced? Is it a 4-year, 8-year term like that they meet with you?
For the committee members?
Yes, sir.
I believe it's a 2-year rotating term.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I guess in that same section there, it's that Commissioner Levens was just talking about. It says the Veterans Affairs Committee reviews and votes on each request. This program is funded by the Veterans Millage, and in 2024, a total of $18,900 in county burial benefits was approved. That's just all together, not per veteran, correct?
Yeah, no, that's correct.
all
That's
together?
correct. Yeah, it was
Okay.
18,900. It was approved last year for burial benefits.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? If not, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Bond.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Thank you. Commissioner Hoffman,
Yes.
Commissioner Asper,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore,
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel,
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Levens.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item number 2, Area Agencies on Aging Resolution to support the Medicaid Michigan Choice Program by urging state representatives and state senators to adopt the funding request for 2025 for and fully fund the Michigan Choice Risk Pool. Could I get a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Moved by Asper, supported by Swartout. Are there questions on this motion? Yes, Commissioner
I'd just
Asper.
like to make some comments about that because I'm on that board. What happens is different areas have different risks. So one area might get, say there were 10 patients in each area. One area might get a very high level of cost. Like one area, it might be very inexpensive to treat the patients. Another area, there might be 3 people that are on 24/7 ventilators. So that risk pool is very, very important, that one area does not end up losing money because they have really, really high-risk patients. So just a little background for that.
Thank you. Additional comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lamore,
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel,
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Levens,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman,
Yes.
Commissioner Asper.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Under Finance Matters, item 1, payment of the 9/3/25 accounts payable current claims report in the amount of $964,494.49. Could I get a
I'll make
motion?
that motion.
Moved by Huffman, supported by Lamore. Are there questions on the payment of the accounts payable current claim report? Roll call, please.
Would you like the report?
I'm sorry, yes. I'm sorry.
fine.
Sorry, sir.
You're getting to a rhythm, it's okay. On page number 1, vendor number 21422, Buell Excavation, drain project costs paid through the Drain Commission. Vendor number 50587, Evergreen Seed Supply LLC, it's also drain project costs paid through the Drain Commission. Page number 2, vendor number 192060, Smiles on Wheels, professional services related to the coordination of oral health kindergarten assessment program through the Monroe County Health Department. Vendor number 200046, Axon Enterprises, it's annual lease payment for the sheriff tasers and body-worn cameras. On page number 3, vendor number 902116, Bank of New York Mellon, it's paying agent fees on various drain debt, and that's the end of my list. You're welcome.
Questions for Ms. Meyer? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Wenzel,
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore, Commissioner Lamore?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 2, letter dated August 21, 2025, from Mr. Jesse Stanford, Monroe County Treasurer, presenting the report on the restricted account in the Property Foreclosure Fund after the 2023 auctions, reflecting the addition to the fund of $605,028.89. Could I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second that.
Moved by Lamore, supported by Huffman, and I'll turn it over.
All right, thank you. So just to give a little bit of background, starting with the 2021 foreclosures, the legislature modified what happens with the foreclosure process. Before, if you were foreclosed and all that went through, your house or property was likely sent directly to an auction, and the county would be able to pocket all of the excess proceeds above the taxes. That since has changed, where former owners now have capability of going after any excess proceeds, but there's 2 steps to that. They have to file a claim form by July 1st of the year of foreclosure, and then the following year, between I think it's February and May, they need to make a motion in circuit court to get the funds. So the legislature put in this addition after a swirl of court cases. So they have modified how the process is moving forward 2021 and after that, basically. So what I am presenting today is Form 5840. It is statistics from the 2023 foreclosure, which would have been the foreclosure year on 2020 and prior taxes. So that's what we're looking at today. There were 29 parcels in 2023 that foreclosed, and there were 28 that sold at public auction. You'll notice on there that there were no claims made, interestingly enough, this year, or on the foreclosure year. There were only a couple that were submitted as far as claim forms go, and there were no court cases that spurred from that. So after being able to deduct my costs, I believe we're left in the restricted account of $605,028.89, as the report shows. And if you have any questions, I'll try to answer those.
How were the former property owners notified?
So the former property owners were notified via our normal process in notices that they received. They were able to get that, and additionally, I've told anyone that has contacted me post after the fact to get this claim form done by July 1st. So it is now not only in the statute, but it's on our forms that we send out as well, notices.
And so that notice has the timelines and the requirements for the property owner to know what and when they have to do?
Yeah, so there are detailed instructions on those notices now.
Additional questions? Commissioner Asper?
I was just going to make the comment, too, that you give people a lot of notices before it ever goes to foreclosure or the
We do.
others, so,
We do that. Additionally, my office will try to identify properties with homes to prevent foreclosure in the first place, and to let them know about the process. I even do personal visits towards the end, and for properties that we suspect people are living in the houses. So there is a lot of noticing, and we try to do even more than just that.
I don't know if
Question,
I'm,
you ever come into a problem with squatters that get into a foreclosure property that will hold it from the auction due to the 90 or 60 days before they can be evicted? Just a crazy question.
We've just gotten some where former owners have, stayed in the property before being formally evicted.
actually, the squatters' rights
Oh,
was
that's what
ended
I'm saying,
about
yeah.
16 or 17 years ago, so there actually is no
Yeah, well,
squatters' rights here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I'll just indicate a number of people come to my office, and Jesse has been very helpful with folks struggling with their property taxes to keep them in their home. And I don't want to advertise it too much and create any additional burden on you, but recognize the human side of things that Jesse brings to the office, assisting folks and not just throwing them out on a $100 or $1,000 unpaid tax bill.
yeah, we work with them as much as we possibly can, but of course, we've got to follow the law at the end of the day.
Additional questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Swartout,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Levens,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman,
Yes.
Commissioner Asper,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore,
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, under consent agenda, item 1, approval of non-claims. Letter A, check register dated August 22, 2025, in the amount of $418,865.22. Check register dated August 29, 2025, in the amount of $694,053.60. Could I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Asper, supported by Lamore. Are there questions on the motion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Levens,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman,
Yes.
Commissioner Asper,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore,
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel,
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Under Communications, for the Operations Committee, the report of the committee chairman on August 14th, 2025, item letter A, letter dated August 6th, 2025, from the Honorable Michael Brown, First District Court Chief Judge, requesting the addition of a full-time attorney magistrate and an additional recorder/secretary position with an estimated general fund allocation of $30,300 for 2025 and $187,950 annually, with both positions effective October 4, 2025. Could I get a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Levens, supported by Hoffman. Are there questions on the motion?
And these are all new for this year, right? They're being added to the budget for this year.
For the
Yeah.
balance of this year and then carrying on, and the judges are here, but it is in addition, and I don't want to overspeak or misspeak, but for the first item, adding a magistrate would assist the courts and avoid, if you will, the requirement of adding an additional jurist now at considerable taxpayer expense. And then on a contrary attorney note, magistrates and small claims and things like that give people another vehicle to resolve their issues quicker and without all of the unnecessary, when avoidable, formality, and allow people, kind of real working class access to justice, if you will. And so Tom and I can't take everybody's money.
Additional questions?
It's a good thing.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Levens,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman,
Yes.
Commissioner Asper,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore,
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel,
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item B, letter dated August 6, 2025, from Honorable Michael Brown, First District Court Chief Judge, requesting combination of the part-time Monroe County Veterans Treatment Court Coordinator, the full-time Monroe County Mental Health and Recovery Court Coordinator, and the Driving While Impaired Court, the Sobriety Court, starting in October 2025, coordinator positions into one full-time problem-solving court coordinator position, resulting in the reclassification of the grade 11 Monroe County Mental Health and Recovery Court Coordinator to a grade 12 problem-solving court coordinator. This position will be effective on October 1, 2025, and does not require an additional appropriation from Monroe County.
So moved.
Moved by Levens, supported by Swartout. Now, the judges are here too, so if there are questions that you would like them to address, I'm certain they'll respond. Are there questions?
Well, what will be the annual salary of a recovery court coordinator grade 12?
Hello, Commissioners. Judge Michael Brown, First District Court. I'd have to look in the packet for the exact amount here, but it's your grade 12 position. There is no cost to the county because this is entirely grant money.
It's 70,602. It's in the, there's a worksheet in the back of the packet, and then there's benefits included as well.
And we think that one person can handle all three of those courts as a coordinator? They won't be overmatched for the workload?
Yes, we believe so.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hoffman?
Yes.
Commissioner Asper?
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore?
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel?
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Yes,
Commissioner Levens?
Yes.
Motion carries.
thank you, Judge.
Item 2, letter dated August 19, 2025, from Mr. Chris Westover, Environmental Health Director, requesting approval of a Materials Management Planning Committee recommendation, Carl Hattop, for the remainder of an unexpired term. Could I get a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll second that.
Moved by Lamore, supported by Huffman. Are there questions on this motion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Asper?
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore?
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel?
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout?
Yes.
Commissioner Moore?
Yes,
Commissioner Levens?
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 3, letter dated August 27, 2025, from Mr. Jason Berry, Community Planning and Engagement Director, submitting a review recommendation from the county planner for an application to the Farmland and Open Space Preservation Program, Part 361 of the Natural Resources and Environmental Protection Act for property in Ida Township. Could I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Huffman,
Second.
supported by Lamore. Are there questions on this motion? Yes, Commissioner Asper.
And this is where they protect farmland, but it also can be used for solar?
No, they can only use it for farmland if they're in this program. If they want to use it for solar, then they have to give up the tax credits. But they're still technically in the program. And if they give up this, if they stop using it for solar, then they can receive the tax credits again.
Okay, because I thought that the governor made it so that they could also do solar back
Well,
in
they can-
2019.
They can do solar on agriculture, but they can't get the tax credits as part of this program on agricultural land if they do solar. They have to use the land agriculturally to get the tax credits.
So this is different than what the governor changed in 2019.
Well, that legislation allows them to put, solar on agricultural land, if they go through the service commission. Basically it takes it out of state control or local control. If they go through the state, it's kind of complicated. Like the county can come up with its own regulations, but they can't be stricter than what's in the state act. But they have that. But if they put solar on their property, they have the right to do that. They just won't get these tax credits. That's the difference.
Okay, it must be a little bit different program then, because at the state level, it was not enacted, it didn't go through the legislature, she just found a way to put it into the act that it was included as another use to have solar on it, and they still were able to keep that classification. So if the local cannot make it more restrictive, how are they able to restrict somebody from just using it for solar?
If they go through the state, they can't restrict somebody from using it for solar. The only thing is they don't get these tax credits for this program that we're referring to.
Okay.
So they can do it by right, but they'll lose the tax credits.
Okay.
If they go through the state.
I was told otherwise, but thank you.
Yeah. So it's the program is still for the tax credits are only for farming. It's not for solar. I just want to make that clear.
Point of information, can I ask a question here? Sure. How much is the tax credits per acre on this land that the solar folks will not be getting if it happens? The only solar field that's gonna happen, first one's gonna be put in by Detroit Edison out on North Custer Road between Bates Lane, and Stewart Road, I believe. And it's important everybody understand that the state energy policy has been set up at the township level.
I'm going to have to interrupt. This really isn't a public forum, so we can't.
I understand that, but I'm just telling you, this is only the beginning.
All right,
I'm
you
telling you.
you can elaborate during the next public comment. Thank you.
I will do so. Thank you.
Any other questions? Roll
Just
call.
to, really quick, just to clear up the confusion, I think what we're thinking of, so this is the State Farm Act through the EPA. Governor Gretchen Whitmer wrote an executive order through Eagle and said that if you own farmland, you can get the tax credit through solar, kind of as a workaround to this. We can't change this law, but she did some stuff with executive orders, which constitutionally she probably can make an executive order over an executive branch of the state government and said you can still get tax credit. So I think that's where the confusion's coming in, because on this particular PA 116, you can't change that.
Okay,
And you
so
can't get
this-
you can't get solar tax credits through this particular.
Okay, all right, thank
Yeah,
you.
they're two different tax credits. These aren't solar tax credits. These are only tax
It's only
credits
for ag.
farming.
Yeah.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Swartout,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Levens,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman,
Yes.
Commissioner Asper,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamore,
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item 4, letter dated August 28, 2025, from Mr. David Wenzel, Chairman, Board of Commissioners, presenting the board's January 1, 2024 to July 25, 2025 performance evaluation results from Mr. Michael Bosonic, Administrator, Chief Financial Officer. Could I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Moved by Lamore, supported by Levens. Now, I will tell you that if you have questions or comments, or you want to have discussion, I'm going to ask Mr. Bosonic if he would like to enter into closed session.
I call the question.
Okay. We're good? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lamore,
Yes.
Commissioner Wenzel,
Yes.
Commissioner Swartout,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Yes.
Commissioner Levens,
Yes.
Commissioner Hoffman,
Yes.
Commissioner Asper.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We have no public hearings. Old business? Yes.
If we have any old business for new business, I'd ask that veterans burial mount issue be referred to the appropriate folks, committee, what have you, and brought back to us with a recommendation that reflects the current realities within the limits that we can permit for that burial amount
Okay.
for the next meeting.
Additional old business or new business? We'll now enter into the final public comment period. Are there citizens that wish to address the board? Yes.
Mark Ferris, 4190 Second Monroe. Shame on Gretchen Whitmer for allowing the state energy policy to be conducted at the township level. I've gone to a lot of the township meetings, and if it's only the township level, as far as I'm concerned, and I've asked at township meetings if it was appropriate for me being from Monroe to be able to speak in Blissfield and Palmyra, and everybody told me, yeah, that's okay. And as far as I'm concerned, if it's at the township level, only people in that township should have say-so on whether solar fields go into their farm fields. Now, I will be a witness at some point down the road. I've been to 4 township meetings in Southwest County that people from Indiana were speaking at the township meetings in opposition to solar energy in the state of Michigan. And again, the first solar field that's going to happen in Monroe County, folks, it's going to be Detroit Edison out here on Stewart Road between Bates Lane, Stewart Road, and North Custer. That's the one that's going to, first one that's going to open up. Detroit Edison, this is monopoly capitalism. It's the way it operates. And I am so upset about the fact that Detroit Edison has reneged on their property taxes. They've gotten away with it for years, and I haven't seen anybody in this room address this issue. And this is only the beginning, believe me. Thank you very much.
Other citizens who wish to address the board? Seeing none, we have no announcements. We'll now move into members' time. Commissioner Moore?
Thank you. I would just like to reiterate what Commissioner Levin said. When I saw that amount too, I thought that was a pretty darn low. I mean, I don't know what you can get for $300 burial or $50 for headstone. So I appreciate you kind of bringing that up, and we can visit that and look at that. Also, too, to the gentleman who was just in public time, I mean, I don't know. I would guess our chairman, our CFO, our attorneys spent hundreds of hours, maybe not 1,000+ hours over the last 4 to 5 years in meetings with DTE. It's been top of our mind for the last 5 or 6 years. We negotiated things. I mean, we talked to the state tax tribunal, who essentially said, you come up here, we're going to give them everything they want, so you better make a deal. So it was 0 or something. I think what the county came up with was actually pretty favorable to us. And I know our current chairman has been working on this as well. So I just don't want you to think, you said it's coming, and I appreciate that, but it's not like it's outside of our purview. We know exactly.
The only problem is no voter in the county
And I'd be glad to,
what the solution is.
yeah. It was all public information, but I'd be glad to talk to you after the meeting. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Swartout?
I pass.
Commissioner Lamore?
I agree with Commissioner Levens, Commissioner Moore regarding the veterans. $300 is disgusting, especially in this climate. Also regarding the, we're talking about right now, DTE. I know that the county and several of the municipalities have been on DTE's butt trying to get things done. And you got to remember that they have major control of this. It's very difficult to fight them. And I think that we've done a pretty doggone good job. And that's where our voice comes from this group here, as well as the other municipalities. We're limited as what we can do, and I'm telling you that we've done as much as we can. And that's all I have.
Edison got 20-year extension on this. With Trump in office.
Mr. Ferris?
We could talk after.
We can talk later, and I will.
Thank
Yes, this is not the appropriate time.
Commissioner Esper?
Yes, I wanted to mention what you were saying. Absolutely, we are actually in negotiations right now with them. But like Commissioner Moore was saying, it ends up going to tax tribunal, and they just give them whatever they want. Unfortunately, DTE, it was like, oh, we're going to get, all these different alternative energies and so on and so forth, and it's going to be cheaper. And no, the last 6 years, they've had an increase every single year because they've put their money into assets. And so there are a lot of problems with that. I had a problem with the fact that they, got these tax abatements from us, and then they took that money and gave it to other school districts and took the credit for the money that was taken from Monroe County and other communities, Trenton and all of those. So, but I also wanted to address something else you said, because you were talking about people lobbying us. We really don't get lobbied. At least I'm not lobbied. And the thing is, we do have a county administrator. That is Mike Vasonic. We lost our deputy administrator this last fall. She was taken out by some of the other commissioners. And so he is extraordinary. He's absolutely extraordinary. So we already have an administrator. And if you go online, it looks like we make like $75,000 or something like that. It's under 15. Just so everyone knows, we do not, we're not like packing money away from this job. We love Monroe County. So, but anyway, I just wanted to clarify some of the things that you said there. And it's really true. We have worked hard on this. Mr. Bosanic has worked hard on this. The attorneys from both sides have worked hard on it. They were only going to go with about the coal plant at first. Then their attorneys had them do, Fermi at the same time, and all of that was retroactive. So thanks to Mr. Bosanic for making it so that it would be a gradual decrease in everything. And, he did unbelievable work when it came down to it. So and then Mr. Lavoie, probably you should wait until you get the reports from the investigations before you, continue to make comments. And as far as the scores for Mr. Bosanic, last year it was in the newspaper because that's how high we scored him. So there are some people that probably would like him to leave, but I'm not one of them, and I've been on this board 8 years. He's every single one of the other counties would love to have Mr. Bosanic. He is like the standard, just like Troy is the standard for the mental health and so forth with law enforcement. He is the standard. You really should look up his background before kind of defaming him in front of everyone. I was going to mention, too, we have September is like Suicide Prevention Month, and there's going to be sort of almost like a vigil type of a thing at Loringer Square next Tuesday evening. I believe it's 5:30 to 6:30. So if anyone can go to that, I think people would be really appreciative of the support there. And I really thank you for the update on the veterans, and of course concur with Maureen Lamore about moving that amount up. I'm done.
No.
You're not on the board. If you were on the board, yes, but you're not on the board.
Commissioner Hoffman.
I agree with what we're talking about with the vets, but I've been working on this, and anybody wants to pass out, I have them. I've been working on this since all this came down with that character over there. I've been working with both sides of the aisle, because this is a cold deal. And I'm going to let Grace read the House Joint Resolution at this point. And now, the reps are working on it, and I know there's sponsors too. I know, Greg, you jumped me the other day about, is there sponsors? There's sponsors, believe me there is, because there's still enough people out there that's right and know right from wrong, okay? But I do know if it gets where it's going to head, and the right's going to prevail. There's in the seats of reps, there's 110 up there in Lansing representing the state. Now, we have to have 2/3 of the vote, so that would be 73. Now, with the Senate, we have 38 senators up there, and to get the 2/3 vote there would be 24. And I can't believe that it's not going to carry on through. Now, this thing here I'm working on, it's going to be 3 years out, because I'm pushing to get this thing on the ballot of November in 3 years, the way it looks like, talking with them at Lansing. But I'm going to let Grace read it, and then we'll go from there.
So the top of the resolution says, public employees and officers and other, immediate removal of a public officer from office, provide for upon the officer's felony conviction. Public employees and officers and other, labor, public service employment, crimes, other. A joint resolution proposing an amendment to the state constitution of 1963 by adding section 9 to article 6 to provide for the immediate removal of a public officer from office upon the public officer's conviction of a felony. Resolved by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the state of Michigan that the following amendment to the state constitution of 1963 to provide for the immediate removal of a public officer from office upon the public officer's conviction of a felony is proposed, agreed to, and submitted to the people of the state. Article 6 reads, Section 9, notwithstanding Section 10 of Article 5, an elective public officer who is convicted of a felony while in office shall be immediately removed from office upon conviction, and the elective or appointive position held by the public officer becomes vacant immediately. Resolved further that the foregoing amendment shall be submitted to the people of the state at the next general election in the manner provided by law.
So I just want to say, we've been working, I know, and I've had support from some of the other fellows here too, some of the other commissioners. So we're working hard at this, and I'm not letting it lay. And I say I've been working with the Democrats and the Republicans, both sides of the aisle. And then I had several calls on the code of conduct with the Sheriff's Department. And boy, I got banged around a little bit, but I'm gonna just state that anybody needs to know anything about the code of conduct that the sheriff department has, they need to speak with the sheriff. I'm gonna leave it at that point, but I think it should be public if somebody wants to know that. Also, again, here I am, we're trying to be transparent for everybody out there, not just us, the whole county. But if you folks want a copy of that, I have it here, so it's available. With that note, I better be quiet. Thank you.
Vice Chairman Levens.
I'll pass.
Mr. Bosanic?
The only thing I would add, Mr. Chairman, is with respect to the DTE property tax, the coal plant, the tax stipulation agreement that was entered into between the City of Monroe and the utility is ending at the end of this year. And so those discussions are commencing as to, you know, where the utility believes the valuation is. Are they going to go through some appraisal process? And the same thing on the city side in terms of their assessment. So those are discussions that are ongoing. With respect to the nuclear power plant, that agreement was longer in duration than the coal plant to some extent. They are two different plants and two different markets. And so when we arrived at that stipulation for the taxes on the nuclear power plant, we just saw it differently, and the utility did as well. And so that stipulation agreement is in place through 2028. So there's a period of time between those two plants and their property values. And so as things move along, the city's invited me to participate. The city is the lead. They're the taxing jurisdiction. They set the value for the power plant. And so I'm participating on behalf of all of the other taxing jurisdictions, as we did in this arrangement when we first had the tax litigation with the utility. So roughly the city represents about 21.5 mils. Everybody else is somewhere around 18.5 mils. So in terms of that balance, in terms of all the taxing jurisdictions, so between the county, our taxing entities, the senior millage, Fairview, and then the ISD, the college, those all stack up to be about 18.5 mils in the city. So we work really well with the city on these matters, have in the past, and that's what's occurring right now. But I'll keep the board informed as things go along. But a little bit of clarification for the folks in the audience as to when those two agreements expire. I won't go into all the details. Mr. Ferris will happy to tell you about it, but the tax stipulation agreement with the coal plant and the nuclear plant are public documents, and you can see where we arrived at an agreement between the parties.
Just got the year extension a year ago. That 20-year extension.
Thank you, Mr. Bosanic.
Can I add something real quick? I talked to several employees at the coal burner at Detroit Edison. They are getting ready for the shutdown mode for the first unit. So, I mean, this thing is happening. It's real. It's real. We're gonna lose 3,200 megawatts an hour versus 1,100 down the street. I mean, so beware of our electric bills now if we don't come up with an alternate. That's all I can say.
This is not a public forum. Thank you. I will pass and adjourn the meeting.
Now it's a public forum.
I need a back door on this side of here.